If a single sentence is to be used to describe Japan, it would be that it is a country that diverges from the rest of the world. The Far East nation, built on islands, surprises people every time with its history and present. The Japanese people, who have kept some cultures alive for hundreds of years, have also built a highly technological country in the last 70 years. Visitors to Japan for the first time often feel like they've traveled through time, experiencing a unique blend of past and future. In this video, we will explore 12 strange things that only happen in this extraordinary country. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel before diving into the video. While traffic lights all over the world have yellow, red, and green colors, in Japan, they use blue instead of green. Hundreds of years ago, the Japanese language had only 4 words for all colors: black, white, red, and blue. When trying to describe something green, the same word aoi as blue was used. Green entered the Japanese language as a distinct color around the 8th century, and they used the word midori to describe this color, meaning sprout and nature. Although there is a separate word for green, aoi is still used extensively for green. For example, they call green apples ao ringo even today. When traffic lights started to be used, there was only one color of green in Japan, like everywhere else. However, because of the unusual overlap in the use of the 2 colors in the Japanese language, the word aoi was used for green in official traffic documents and traffic education textbooks. As a result, in some places, this color was perceived as completely blue, and they made it blue instead of green for traffic lights. To meet both national and international standards, Japanese linguists opposed the use of the word aoi, meaning blue, to describe green in official documents. The government compromised, and in 1973, set the bluest imaginable shade of green as the standard for traffic lights. Traffic lights in Japan today are green enough to meet international standards, but still blue enough to be called aoi. It can be quite frustrating to return to work on Friday after a public holiday that falls on a Thursday and then have to take a day off on Saturday and Sunday, only to return to work on Monday for a holiday that falls on Tuesday. In some countries, some companies declare a holiday on these days and deduct it from their employees' annual leave, which may be unacceptable for some employees who don't have a choice. However, the Japanese have found a solution to this annoying dilemma. According to the Public Holidays Law enacted in 1948, a working day that falls between 2 public holidays is automatically considered a holiday. They call this additional holiday Citizens' Day. Japanese people are meticulous individuals who attach great importance to hygiene. They have combined this meticulousness with their technology to create toilet bowls that you won't find anywhere else in the world. Demonstrating Japan's advanced technology, smart toilets welcome users with a remote control that has buttons with different functions. Users can adjust the temperature of the toilet seat according to their preferences. They can use sound effects to prevent sounds from being heard outside of the bathroom. They can adjust the height and pressure of the bidet according to their sitting style, and there are different washing modes for women and men. Those who wish may use the drying button, which blows hot air after using the bidet spout. Users can also disperse unpleasant odors that may occur with the perfume button while getting up from the toilet. These highly technological Japanese toilet bowls can be found in shopping malls, hotels, and public restrooms throughout the country. We know drainage channels as dirty and bacteria-filled places used for the discharge of rain or wastewater in most parts of the world. However, in Japan, drainage channels are so clean that colorful fish swim in them. This is the case in the city of Shimabara on Kyushu Island, where hundreds of koi fish, a type of carp, live in the drainage channels. The fact that the fish can live in such an environment is, of course, related to the clean waters, but it all began with a natural event. Mount Anzen, which is known for its volcanic activities, caused an earthquake in 1972. The earthquake triggered an abundance of freshwater resources, which began to flow from the city's gutters. Koi fish, which require clean water to survive, chose these places as their habitat. If you go to Japan, definitely do not spend time with your phone while walking on the road, otherwise, you can miss most things, which have interesting details all around. One of these interesting things is manhole covers. Manhole covers, each of which is a work of art, are a subject that the Japanese are obsessed with. In 1985, an official from the upper echelons of the Japanese government came up with the idea for each municipality to design its own manhole cover. Municipalities also adopted this idea and opened a design competition. They thought it was more logical and remarkable to use individual designs rather than sifting through the incoming designs and deciding on a single one. Thus, each manhole cover turned into a separate work of art. Today in the country, there is the Japan Manhole Covers Association, which lists these covers. According to the bulletins published by the association, there are over 6,000 artistic manhole covers in the country. One goal of this fancy manhole cover idea is to raise public awareness of expensive sewer projects and to make this expensive expense more affordable and palatable for taxpayers. You'll find a vending machine on every corner in Japan. These vending machines sell every product you can think of, even cars. There are over 5 million vending machines nationwide, which is roughly one vending machine for every 23 people. The total annual revenue generated by these machines is over $70 billion. Japan is a densely populated country with 126 million people living in a limited area. Due to the lack of space, vending machines are preferred over small shops for selling some products. Additionally, it can be challenging to find employees such as clerks and cashiers willing to work for low wages in a country with a high quality of education. But vending machines do not face such staffing issues. There are love hotels in Japan where couples can spend time comfortably. These hotels are purely for couples and not for the prostitution industry that may come to mind. In love hotels, room rates are offered hourly and per night. They rarely take reservations, and when couples leave the room, they give up their rights to it. Entries are confidential, and interaction with staff is minimized. Most customers do not even come across any staff members during their visit. Payments are made to an invisible staff member behind a frosted glass pane or through a vending machine. They have minimized windows to maximize privacy. There are also love hotels with special fantasy rooms for couples who want them. The total number of visitors to these hotels is over 500 million annually. In recent years, love hotels have also attracted the attention of the financial sector, with some international investors investing in them. It is very normal to come across people sleeping on public transport, on the street, at bus stops, or even working during the day in Japan. They call this sleep Inemuri. Inemuri sleep is not found strange at all. It is even appreciated in some workplaces. They think that a person sleeping at their desk is dedicated to their work and may have worked late into the night. This sleeping habit is related to Japanese culture. Japanese parents do not necessarily put their children to sleep at a specific time. Unlike some European parents, they want their children to choose their sleeping hours. Children who grow up with this freedom also have no problem sleeping at work when they become adults. However, snoring, unkempt clothing, or sleeping loudly in Inemuri sleep is considered impolite, and there is a certain etiquette to follow when sleeping in public places. The image of traditional Japanese houses is familiar to everyone. A minimalist room design and a table in the middle of the room around which people gather. Although Japanese architecture has changed over the years, they still use the table they place in the middle of the room as a central living space. This product, which is used as a winter table, is called kotatsu. The primary use of kotatsu is to save energy in cold weather. It has been developed since the 14th century, and they equipped the kotatsu table with an electric heater in the lower part instead of the previous coal-heated system. A blanket or fleece-like cover extends from its four corners. People can do many activities such as sleeping, working, eating, and socializing without leaving the table. Current versions of kotatsu are even equipped with USB and power sockets. The Japanese are keen to showcase their traditional art wherever possible. One can come across drawings specific to their own cultures in the rice paddies where rice, which is the most important staple in Far Eastern countries, is grown. This trend first started as an advertising campaign for a rice brand and spread across the country when it became so popular. In Japan, taxi doors open automatically as passengers get on and off. There are several purposes for using automatic doors: to make customers feel welcome, to make the on and off process hassle-free for customers carrying shopping bags, and finally, to reduce customers' contact with dirty door handles that can be touched by dozens of people a day. The use of automatic doors first started with the 1964 Tokyo Olympics organization when drivers opened and closed the doors for passengers. In addition, this reveals the Japanese obsession with cleanliness in every detail of taxis. The entire vehicle is always sparkling clean. To show the cleanliness of the vehicles, they cover their seats with white lace covers. Drivers give change in full, and they will even come after you if you forget to pay even 1 yen. There are foot baths in many places in Japan, such as outdoors, parks, and squares. There are even foot bath cafes called ashiyu. Foot baths are filled with hot and natural hot spring waters and are available to the public for relaxation and stress reduction. If you know any unusual information about Japan, please write it below.